Alright, don't know what the hell that was. I just tried to record this part and everything seemed to mess up, so.
As the game might be slightly quieter than it was last time.
Weird goat guy screaming? What the heck?
The Nephilim. Tyrael sent me to find you. Malthael has taken the Black Soul Stone. You must come with me.
I think not. People are dying down there. They need my help.
But you and Tyrael need to form a plan. We must find Malthael.
Tell Tyrael I will meet him in Westmarch. Go!
It will be done. I swear it.
Oh. Something appears to be happening down there. The Wolf Gate.
We're going to die! She's coming to kill us all!
No!
I watched in horror as the guard was struck by the maiden's magic. I heard the sound of his screams until his flesh had dissolved to nothing, and only his armor-clad skeleton remained, his jaw unhinged. Blue mist swirled around his bones, coalescing into new flesh. When at last I cut him down, the phantasmal flesh exploded, leaving only a pile of armor behind.
So something weird is going on.
The gates!
Malthael's fallen angels have brought death to Westmarch, raising an army of reapers from the city's slain defenders. Once, these men and women were our protectors. Now, they are our executioners, scouring the city for every living soul and putting them to the sword. Though this reaper wields a dangerous sword, its shield, with its rows of razor-sharp spikes, poses the greater threat. With a single thrust, it can open a man from waist to throat. That shield was not made for protection. It was made to cripple, maim, and kill.
Damn. So yeah, the stakes are already a little bit higher in this mode. And remember, this is DLC. This was the first DLC. This is called Reaper of Souls. And it is quite possibly, this could have been released as its own standalone game with how much content it adds. Mind you, some of that content added could be counting like patches, but so yeah, when you find a corpse on the ground, chances are it's going to be an enemy. Oh, why do I have Cormac?
I can't do that here.
Well, I guess Cormac needs a weapon. And a shield.
They
go out into the streets. It's the end of the world. So many have been killed and the Reapers are everywhere.
Is anyone alive in there?
General Torian was defending a group of refugees at the old Zakharoom Cathedral, but they're likely all dead by now.
Wait! You're the wizard who saved Bastion's Keep. You'll save us too, won't you?
Of course. It's what I do.
What is it?
What is it, mate? You're selling stuff.
Keep moving. I think we lost her. No, no!
Those with demon blood must die.
Demon blood? They were just innocent people.
The shadow touched me, and darkness spread across my vision until all I could see was blackness. It gave way to a pale light that sapped my strength. It seemed so easy. But instead, I drew upon the last of my will and fought back. Color flooded back into my sight. The shadow was right before me, and I drove my spear through it.
Still waiting.
Man. Why does it sound like there's another
The Revenant
Nemesis?
Shield Guards were once the personal guard of King Justinian IV, appointed to the position for bravery and skill at arms. They accompanied the king at all times, resplendent in their ornate armor, wrought by the finest craftsmen in Westmarch. But most spectacular were their shields, which they unerringly employed in the protection of their king.
Wait, did I not already have a comment about the shield dudes? Revenant soldier, yeah, shield revenant soldier, right? Oh, summon shield guard. And then proper shield guard? Revenant, yeah, Revenant shield guard and summon, huh, weird.
As Malthael has imbued them with the ability to sense the living, Revenant archers do not rely on their vision to find their targets. There is no place safe from their sightless gaze. They will find you through stone, wood, and even the ground itself. And once they have their quarry, they do not miss.
That's a powerful trait to have. Just life detection. Oh good, Nemesis. Coming out, you bastard. There he is. The Shame of Delceray? Your signature spells attack 50% faster and restore power. Yes, please. So if I, cast a bunch of my skills that lower my resources, and then hold A, it comes back quicker.
I must admit that I am terrified of what we're going to find in there.
Defend the church! Repel the...
These guys have 4
Need more arcane
abilities.
power.
Ah, we found you.
Tyrael, why is Malthael so intent on destroying this city?
Because he feeds on death. Every time his reapers kill, he grows stronger. And with the prime evil gone, Malthael believes this is the perfect time to end the eternal conflict.
Humanity has nothing to do with that war.
Though we are descended from angels as well as demons, Malthael is so short-sighted, he can only see our demonic heritage.
The church! All the refugees are inside! Follow me! Akarat's bane! This is worse than I feared.
What are these things?
A death maiden! Stop her!
Nephilim, your soul will be mine.
I don't have enough arcane power.
We must do everything in our power to slow the Nephilim down, so that the collection of souls is not interrupted. It is the key to Malthael's victory.
Any other archer would have fled as I charged, but this one stood its ground, staring down the arrow's shaft through lifeless, empty eye sockets. Even as I swung my blade to take off its head, the thing loosed another shot. How can we fight an enemy that has no fear, nor thought for its own self-preservation?
Just tell me where to find Malthael, and I'll put an end to this carnage.
I know only that he is not in Westmarch. He could have taken the Black Soul Stone anywhere in creation.
But why does he want the stone? Is there any way to find out?
There may be. A sliver broke off when Malthael took the Soul Stone. Perhaps by studying that sliver, I can learn his plans.
You'd best get started on figuring it out. If you need me, I'll be saving the city.
I don't think there's anything else in here. There's a big book. A lot of dead bodies. And this is main base. This is your home base essentially.
At long last, a hero comes to save us. That won't bring my wife back, though, will it?
My library isn't far from here. I was closing everything up for the day when I heard the fighting in the streets. I barred the doors and then squeezed through the back window to escape. But I'll have to come up with something more exciting when I write my official account, won't I? You've heard the legend of the Tomb of Rakus, haven't you? Its location has never been found. Most scholars think it's underneath Westmarch, but I suspect it's somewhere outside the city. Rakus was a clever man, after all.
Westmarch originally grew from the efforts of the great General Rakis to spread his religion beyond the realms of the East. Seized by the superstitions of the Zakarum faith, he drove his paladins relentlessly across the barbaric western lands, subduing the uncivilized tribes he found there. Ultimately, he became king of them all.
Just realized I probably shouldn't be wandering around.
I found him in the streets. He seemed in a daze, so I brought him here with me, but he's hardly said anything. He's nobility of some sort, but I don't recognize the seal on his ring.
The flames!
The flames? Well, he was covered in soot. Perhaps he escaped from a fire. He never says more than a word or two at a time.
This lady just casually enjoying like a cup of water or something.
Did you grab the jewelry at least?
Harold, those monsters were about to kill us.
Well, I would rather be dead than poor.
All right.
We stayed to fight, Robert and me. But he fell. And when they started to tear into him, I panicked. I ran.
I am certain you would have died too had you stayed.
Okay, before I talk to the main group up there, here's home base.
Do you hear something?
Is there anything on your mind, Hadric?
Yes, actually. I was just remembering what happened in New Tristram after the falling star hit. I'd never seen Mira so scared. Leah came by later, telling us there were wounded men at the inn.
And your wife still went to help them.
I know who is responsible for this. It's the poor. They've summoned these monstrosities to take Westmarch for themselves.
Okay, well, he's immediately insane and gets none of my attention.
Did you know there were once 2 moons? Lyria is the one that is no more. I think it's time I told you the whole story of Zai and his master, the god of desire, Dirgist.
Of course. I'd love to hear your version of that story. I'm certain it will be amusing.
Well, it's not amusing. Dirge's jewel has appeared again. And the time for secrets is over.
No more secrets? Then tell me if you are a god.
Have you been eating enough? I've noticed this about you. When things get difficult, you get very focused. Maybe I'll cook for you. So, if it's all the same, we probably both be happier if I didn't.
Shen's a terrible cook, I suppose. I presume.
You ask who's to blame for this doom? All of Westmarch, reveling in sin, worshipping petty idols. The Zakarum are gone, and the Order of Malthael now rises. Praise Malthael, and your souls may yet be saved. He spares only the faithful. Donate to the Order and prove your conviction.
Okay.
I can't believe we're still alive, and it's all thanks to you. I thought we would die in that foul-smelling place.
Miriam is missing. Okay. So do I state it now, or do I wait until one of it happens? No, I'll say it now. You want to talk to all of your companions and your, I believe specifically Shen, because they have micro missions they'll get you to do in this DLC. So at a certain point, your 3 companions here, and Shen will have an option you could talk to them, and they'll warp you to an isolated area that lets you do like a little objective.
As well. Did you know anyone who perished there?
Yes.
How have you hidden your grief so well?
I never said I liked them.
It is good to see you again, though it seems like we are only brought together in the worst of circumstances. But I suppose if times were better, we would never have met. For a moment, I heard one of my sister's voices. I could not make out the words.
Perhaps it is an echo of the magic the Prophet used to put you and your sisters to sleep.
My sisters are gone now, and I am the last memory of a world long since forgotten.
You do not know how your sisters died, or how the Prophet's magic failed.
Let us fight this evil together.
Oh, the world's under attack and people are dying everywhere. It must be time for us to go on another adventure, right?
Oh yeah, I think canonically this takes place like a year after, or like a few months after the main game.
What's bothering you, Cormac? You're not your usual joyful self today.
For too long have I lived with the knowledge that my order tortures its initiates and twists their minds. I need to know how high this evil reaches. If my whole order is corrupt, what does it mean to be a Templar? What am I?
A great man, who lived his life adhering to a code he believed to be true.
But it wasn't, was it? The guilty will answer for their transgressions. I swear it.
Okay. Hope I can give her anything better.
A gift?
Time for a potion?
Where were the other vendors? There's a few down here, right? It's it.
Do you prefer slashing or stabbing? Or shooting? Please, take your time.
Is Hatred max level? Yeah. There's never any harm in upgrading the chest.
What the hell is going on out there?
Oh.
Someone came for me. After all this time.
My friend Hadrid couldn't take your wailing any longer.
Bloody miracle! Sorry, I shouldn't have said that. I owe you both.
Nonsense. Let's get you to safety.
Oh boy, Bryson. He's a character that exists.
Remember that noise I heard? It was that lad you rescued.
I'm Bryson. I came here to see your friend.
And now he won't go away.
You saved his life. Doesn't that make you responsible for him?
No, I'm responsible for myself. Though I have decided to repay Hadric by helping him.
And I told you to stay away from my forge.
I want to point out, if you don't rescue Bryson, because that's the first time I've ever rescued him, Hadric does eventually rescue him himself, so Bryson's just here to stay.
I grew up over by the docks. Not the good part of town, but it's what my parents could afford. They died when the plague swept through a few years ago, within hours of each other. Like they had to stay together. I used to hate them for leaving me, but now it's a relief they didn't have to see all this happen.
It's a kind way to think of it. Your parents abandon you, and you consider their reasons for doing so. Not going to make any comment on that other than that. Tyrael is still injured.
Malthael, my brother. He was wisdom, leader of our council, first among angels. And now, he has become this.
What could have changed him so?
After the destruction of the World Stone, Malthael's mood darkened, and he left the heavens frequently. Then he disappeared completely. He must have developed a connection, no, an obsession with human souls.
Frankly, I don't really care. Death is meant to free our souls, not devour them. How can studying the sliver of the Black Soul Stone reveal Malthael's plans to you?
The sliver is still connected to the Soul Stone. As the stone changes, the sliver will change too. Therefore, I can observe what Malthael is doing to the stone, and if we're lucky, even discover his plan.
Okay, I wanna...
Not here.
Oh, can't do that. Where am I? I think Survivor's Enclave is that middle, the glowy one that I'm at. Oh no. No. The hell do I go?
What brings the Herodrim back now?
Tyrael rebuilt the Order to help him take the Soul Stone from heaven, and to protect mankind. After all, you can't be everywhere at once, no matter how powerful you are.
Well, perhaps someday I will solve that problem. General Torian, That Death Maiden in the cathedral was using an arcane magic unfamiliar to me. Do you know what she was doing?
She was creating an orb that turns the living into Malthael's death creatures. A single orb can transform hundreds of innocent people every hour, and my men report 2 more of them out in the city.
Soul crucibles. With 2 of them, Malthael has an endless supply of soldiers.
Not for long. He will soon find himself without his unending army, once I destroy these crucibles.
Okay. I never remember how the flow of this act works. Where's the waypoint? It's right here. Because this waypoint, or this DLC, as you can tell from the map, you branch out quite a bit. Like, heck, what is that? There's a door over here. There's a door over there, and there's a door to the left. There's 3 separate departure points from this area.
The soul crucibles turn the dead into reapers?
Sadly, yes.
Including the Death Maidens?
Their story is as tragic as Malthael's. Once the vanguard of his wisdom angels, they followed him down the path to darkness.
Well, I'm going to end this part off, though, because I think I remember how the flow of this works, but I don't know. So, just for the time being, I don't want this part to be too long, because I think the next area I gotta go to is, I think it's like a double area, or double area. Yeah, good job, Jacob. Double area. Depends on what this says. Anyway, thank you for watching, and I hope you enjoyed.